So I've been really busy lately. Been planning to get one of these up for a few days now, and I haven't been able to get around to that. So happy Thursday, everybody. I know it's getting kind of late in the week. Let's talk a little bit about what I've been doing this week. Like many a week in the recent year or so, my Monday was spent largely working on editing the podcast. I had to do a little bit of that for the interview show that we recorded over the weekend, and we posted that this week. You can find it online at prismatic.com. The Metagamers Anonymous interview episode for Obsidian Portal and for Game Strategies Institute, which was a lot of fun. I talked about it a little bit last week. Mike from Obsidian Portal was a really great interview, and he talked about the Kickstarter they're doing right now, and I hope that you feel like checking that out. And it just so happened that I was running a game both Monday and Tuesday of this week. They happened to fall in the same week, so that turned out to be a little busy. Started a Freeport campaign on Monday. Like I said, I was going to a Savage Worlds game. It was a really good start. Spent a couple hours getting characters together at the beginning of the session, and then got a couple hours of play in. I meant to record it and kind of forgot to by the time we got started, but it was a really fun kind of start for it. I'm running the original Freeport trilogy with some various odds and ends added in, and things that will, of course, personalize the campaign to the players' particular needs for their characters. And I think we're off to a good start. The characters are, of course, an extremely varied and psychotic lot, as player characters often are. Now, I've been teasing for a couple of weeks that one of the things I was going to talk about was the card game project I'm working on, that I hope to run a Kickstarter on for here in the next couple of weeks. Get started with that. The game is actually called RPG Champion. I thought I'd take a few minutes here to show you a little bit about what it's like starting from scratch, from the very beginning of working on the card game process. I've been working on a rules document that kind of lays out the mechanics as I've been developing them. The logo you see there was actually drawn for me by a friend of mine who did some logo work for me for Captain Carl's Tuesday Night Blues Band, and a gentleman named Gabriel Dorsey who does really fine work, and he's working on a nice colorized digital version for me that I can use at any resolution. Looking forward to that. The cards are, here you can see them kind of laid out in a PowerPoint format, which is where I started just because it was easiest to try and make a mock deck that I could slowly build and get some work done on. You can see here we have some original art provided by Andrew Shepard, my artist, who's working with me on the project, and these are some rough sketches that he's given me to work with so far to get an idea while we collaborated on kind of the style of art, and it'll continue to develop. We have cards for various powers that will be used by players to overcome the challenges in the game, and the challenges will be characterized by encounters, which the art you see here is stuff I stole off the internet just to kind of give the cards some color while we work on the original material, and quest cards that kind of round out the basic framework for it. I'll try to take the time to really detail the game and how it works in an upcoming vlog and show you how easy it is to play and how much fun it can be. I think everybody will enjoy it. It's not a game that takes itself very seriously, as the title may suggest. It has a lot of flavor in it that will be familiar to traditional role players, particularly people who've done it for a while, because it kind of bags on the most common and entertaining tropes that we see in ourselves and our fellow gamers that come to the tables. And it's really kind of focused on a convention experience where a group of people go into a con together to play various games at various tables, fantasy, adventure, role-playing, and are just generally trying to get what they want out of it and prove that they're the best at what they do. You know, the whole I won at D&D thing. Yeah. You know somebody like that. Don't tell me you don't, or have at some point, right? So I'm working hard on the details of the game this week, working on that to get that out there. Also planning for the event that's going to be coming up in May. On May 18th, we're going to be at a local event here in Wichita at the Borough, over on the east side of town by Town East Square. And we're going to be doing an all-day event there, gaming. We do role-playing games, card games, board games. If you'd like to get involved in any of the RPGs, I urge you to go to the event page on our Facebook site and follow it to the Con Planner website, which we're using to organize actual scheduled events. And I got some kind of special stuff planned there. I'm planning on running a game myself, at least one, and some other people I know that are. None of the events are actually posted yet. If you want to post something, the sooner you get it up, the better chance you have of getting people to fill the seats at your table, which, of course, is what will make the game actually happen when you get right down to it. If nobody signs up, you can still try and gather people at the event and see if you can put a table together, but there's less of a guarantee, obviously. So I'll have about 4 tables available during the day, 6 or 7 in the evening, and we'll do some casual gaming on top of that as well. We'll do a live podcast around about 10 p.m., and that'll be a lot of fun. And then do some casual gaming afterwards, hang out till about 1. So really looking forward to that event. Once again, it's on May 18th, and I encourage you to come out and check it out. At least get on the Facebook page and let us know you're going to be there. We're trying to get kind of a rough idea of what to expect as far as head count. Didn't work last time. Probably won't this time. So that's where I'm at right now, working really hard on trying to get the card game out there, waiting on some quotes from some of the manufacturers, waiting on some art from an artist, some preliminary art, so we can actually get the Kickstarter page put together. Anybody knows anybody that does Kickstarter videos or thinks they'd like to take a stab at it, I obviously can do a little bit of video work, but I don't have any experience with kind of image manipulation or animation stuff, and it'd be fun to have somebody on board to do that. And, you know, I may not be able to pay you much up front, but I can get your money into the Kickstarter and make it worth your while. Do my best anyway. So we're going to try to get that campaign launched pretty soon. I'll let you know how you can be part of it and help back the project and get all the cool stuff that we're going to put in for it. I think it'll be worth your while. And in the end, it's going to be a lot of fun. A lot of fun to be involved in these creative projects like this. I really enjoy it. I've backed a lot of projects at this point, and I'm going to be backing a lot more before it's over. So that's it for this Thursday. Once again, you want to find out anything that's going on, want to learn more about it, get involved with the podcast, check out our forums. All that can be found online at prismatictsunami.com or get on with us on Facebook. We really appreciate that. prismatictsunami.com on Facebook. Prismatic Tsunami. No, there's no .com there. Just Prismatic Tsunami on Facebook. So, thanks for listening.